Monthly Mani's time. It's been a couple months since I've made this kind of video, so I thought it would be, it's time to share the polishes that I've worn in the last couple of months because I've collected quite a few of them. So these are all polishes, probably will seem out of season for you because some of these I wore during the month of November, during Thanksgiving time and stuff like that. I may have forgotten to take pictures of some of these manicures. We shall see. I think I have most of them, but if I missed anything, I'll try to swatch it and pop it in this video. If you're not seeing it in this video, I'll talk about it in the next Monthly Mani's video, which will be a month from now. I will try to stay consistent with this series. I think I'm going to try to stick to a season coordinated something, or around about when I wore all of these polishes. Maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. Wow, I have a lot. All right, let's talk about these polishes. I'll start off with Brownstone from China Glaze. I've mentioned before, really love this polish. It's one of those reddish brown kind of brick colored polishes. It's really beautiful, great formulation, opaque at 2 coats. This topped Pepper from Zoya from me. I actually got rid of Pepper from Zoya because although it was really beautiful and I did enjoy it, I much preferred Brownstone from China Glaze. So I gave Pepper from Zoya to my mom. She's more medium tone and it suits her so much better than it does on me. Mahogany Magic is these two. I don't think I have pictures of these two, so I'll have to take pictures of them. Mahogany Magic is another one that I wore during the November month. A couple coats for this one. This is one of those very ugly pretty polishes. It has a little hint of mustard yellow, a little bit of brown, a little bit of green, just a great mixture of color, great color combination that made this polish. It's beautiful and I adore it. Trendsetter is another one. I mean, if these don't speak fall, I know I'm talking about fall and it's already the new year, which is crazy, but this is so pretty. This is like a pea soup kind of ugly green, yellowy kind of green. It's so beautiful and it has these very fine gold shimmers that are noticeable on the nails. They're not one of those shimmers that are, you know, bam, loud on the nails at all, but it adds enough interest to it, almost breaks it up a little bit so you can tell that it's not a cream. I don't know if it'll capture the shimmer, but the color is insanely gorgeous. I love this so much. So glad I got a hold of this. I think I found it on either Head to Toe Beauty or Transdesign, one of the two, because this polish is no longer available. So I consider myself a very lucky girl. 2 polishes that came out in the fall collection from China Glaze. These are all China Glaze polishes. I really like China Glaze a lot, okay? This is called Sample Sizing Me Up, which is the dusty blue in the collection. I wore it. I have a picture of it actually on Instagram. I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of this color on myself. I love the color of this in the bottle. So what I'm going to do is, because as I wear polishes for my winter seasonal rack, I pull polishes out and make room for other polishes that I want to wear. I'm going to put this back up on my seasonal rack and give it a try again. Formulation is great. A couple coats for full opacity. Not a problem at all. Great formula. I just wasn't feeling it. So we'll give it another try. Mustered the Courage from China Glaze is definitely a favorite and standout for me for 2018, although there's quite a few companies now that make mustard yellows and it's not an overly unique. I think for a mainstream it's definitely unique, which is the reason why so many people love it. And this for me has the right balance between the yellow and it has a great, like the perfect amount of brown that makes it very complimentary to my skin tone. I love this so much. I did end up wearing, actually it's right here, this is Cirque's Urbanize, which is another mustard yellow. Both of these I picked up around the same time. Cirque's Urbanize is a little bit lighter and you can see this is darker and it has more brown in it. So although both are really beautiful, this is a standout in my book above this one for sure. Two-fingered Salute from Butter London. I have mentioned before I love this nail polish so much. It's really beautiful. It's very unique. I don't own very many Butter Londons, but out of the ones that I have tried, because I have some Butter London untrieds on my winter rack, this is my favorite. If I had a top 10, or if I even had 10 I don't have 10 polishes from Butter London, but if I ever did a top 10 video, this would be in it because it's really beautiful. The formula is really great. Mine has gotten just a hint thicker from the previous time that I tried it, but not thick to where it's a bad formula or it's unmanageable. Not at all. Application is still really great. I just noticed a slight difference in formulation from the last couple of times that I have tried it. This has more of a sage colored base and some rosy kind of coppery little glitters, like flaky little shards of glitter in there that reflect, not reflect, but almost shift or capture it depending on the lights that are hitting it. It's just such a beautiful and unique polish, and I know Butter London's considered a mainstream, and for me this is pretty unique even compared to some of the indie brands. All right, a couple from OPI here, which are staples for the fall. This here is Ski Till We Drop, staple for the fall and for the winter because this is an amazing polish. A couple coats for full opacity, great formulation. This is a cream. It has the right balance of blue and green for me. Definitely heavier on the blue side, and I think that's why I love it and why it complements my skin very well. I just adore it. Same thing with this one, formulation wise is also really great. A couple coats for this one. This is called Suzi-the First Lady of Nails. This is the only olive green that I pulled out, I think, for the fall season, and it satisfied my need. I think these two polishes are just incredible. Let's do a couple of Crellies here. I have two from KB Shimmer. I have You Autumn Know, which is the fall polish. I had this in my fall seasonal rack and I was aiming to wear it the week of Thanksgiving. I did end up wearing it. I wasn't quite as thrilled as I thought I was going to be. Actually, I think I know what it was. The base of this is more of that milky white base, but it leans a little bit on the pinky side, I would say. And I wish it would lean a little bit more on the creamy beige brown. Like, I just picked one up actually from, I'll do a haul because I picked a couple polishes up from a couple indie brands, but I think that's what I was looking for. Although I knew this was not it, I still thought I was going to enjoy it, and I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I thought I would. Still great formula, still a beautiful polish, 3 coats for full opacity. Didn't have an issue. All of the glitters sandwich in really well in between layers, and some of the glitters sit over top. Nothing sinks to the very bottom. Again, you know, one that I would recommend a peel off base coat. Prince Charming, on the other hand, is one that I loved so much. So it still looked very childlike, but funny enough, I adored this. This was fun. I think I wore this. Did I mention this in my last monthly manis? Gosh, if I did, I'm sorry. But let's do a close-up of these two because they're both so pretty, but for some reason I really enjoyed Prince Charming so much more. You see that? So this one has some fuchsia, some kind of aqua turquoise glitter, some blue, multi-sized glitters. This looks like fall in a bottle, but I don't know what it was. I'm not really sure, but they're both really beautiful. I do recommend both of them. I feel like I just preferred this one a little bit more. Let's do one that I recently wore not long ago. This is Turn on the Northern Lights from OPI. This came out, I want to say last year, not 2018, but 2017, and it was hard to get a hold of, and funny enough, I found it at a TJ Maxx, I think towards the beginning of the year or something like that, not too long after its release. It was sold out everywhere, and everyone that talked about it was talking about how disappointed they were because the little shimmer wasn't quite as noticeable on the nails, and it's not. It's very subtle. I do see it indoors though. I think some people had mentioned that they were not seeing it indoor. I see it indoors slightly. It's not like, you know, screaming at me, but it is a subtle shimmer that looks really pretty. But majority of the time you see a lot of the base. So the base here is more, I would say, I want to say blue or purple. Gosh, I can't tell right now with this lighting. I want to say blue. And in the bottle, I see not only that little kind of pinky purpley shimmer, but I also see more of a duo on the sides of the bottle. I see more of a green blue kind of shift that I do not capture on the nails at all. So going into it, I was thinking in my mind when I was wearing it, I was like, okay, I already know, because a lot of people have said that the shimmer is not quite as noticeable. Let me pull out something that maybe will help it out a little bit, because the formula is really good. It's a couple coats for full opacity. It's a little bit on the thinner side, so 2 to 3 coats I would say to be safe. But I pulled out a Color Club polish because I have a couple Color Clubs that I just don't wear them. I don't know what my deal is. I have some toppers that I don't wear. I have some Christmas polishes that I don't wear. I have this out. I haven't worn it, but anyways, I pulled out this Color Club polish. This one is called Pearl-spective, which is a topper. So the base here is more creamy yellow, and it has this really pretty kind of unicorn pea is what people call it, I think. This is an old polish, by the way. It's not a new polish. But do you see that little shiftiness? So that little shift there is reminded me of this here. And so I thought, well, let's top it off and see what it does for Turn on the Northern Lights. So what I did is I put it on my middle finger and my ring finger. Oh my gosh, and it looked really, really pretty. Now, although this little shimmer is definitely larger than the fine shimmer that's in here, I think it brought it out really well, or it just topped it. It was just a really nice topper over this guy here, and this would make a great topper, I would say, for any dark polish, dark blue polish, black polish, whatever, you know what I mean, dark purple polish, whatever. I think it would be a really nice combination, and this is one combo that I would do again, maybe on all of my nails. I think that would look really, really pretty. I have Cat's Eye Nebula. I did a paint your nails with me video with this guy, and this is one that has been on my list to try for a long time. I want to say 1 to 2 years at least, if not a year at least, because I don't remember when these came out, but I just know that when they came out, my eye was drawn to these Nebula ones, because I think there's multiple ones of these. This one here has kind of that, I would say, kind of reddish burgundy base, more red than burgundy, and then it has these multi-chromatic glitters in here that shift quite a bit. That's not going to capture it, but do you see how it kind of shifts? And then it has some holographic glitters. You see it a lot in this particular area. That shiftiness kind of goes all around. In person, I see that shiftiness all throughout the polish. And although it is noticeable on the nails, I'm not going to say that it's not noticeable on the nails. You can capture it in certain lights. It's not all I see, and that's all I wanted to see. That's the whole reason why I bought this polish. Not to take away from this polish, because it is beautiful. It has a good formula. I think this one took me a couple coats, if I can remember correctly. But you know what I mean. Like, this is beautiful, but I'm seeing the bottle and it's showing me something, and that's not what's translating on my nails. Then I'm going to be disappointed, because that's not what I expected. And that's the whole reason why I bought it. So I'll still keep it around. I think it's really beautiful. It's, made for a really good manicure. It just wasn't what I expected it to be. Tom Ford, this is Black Cherry, and this is very similar to Linkin Park After Dark from OPI, or Wicked from Essie. Same idea. That's that black and purple, very vampy color, really beautiful, great formulation, a couple coats for full opacity. I have an issue with the brush. It's a little bit on the thin side, very similar to the brushes from China Glaze too, where they're long and thin, so application makes it a little bit tricky, especially with colors like these though. I would like the brush to be just a hint shorter and a little bit wider, just to make it easy for me, but I took my time. It wasn't overly difficult. I just made sure to take my time when applying this one. It's very beautiful. These colors for me will never go out of style, regardless of the brand. I will always gravitate towards them, because I find these colors to be very classy, very chic colors year round. So they're just really pretty. Let's do these two polishes here. I did nail of the days for these two, and I initially, okay, the intent or the color that I gravitated towards most was Audace from Dior. This is part of the Diorific line. I mentioned these come out in the during the holiday months. I did nail of the days for these, and the reason why I picked this one up, it wasn't a color that I was drawn to, but I wanted to do nail of the days for these kind of polishes because I don't see them here on YouTube, and I thought it would be helpful for other people if they're interested in polishes like from NARS or Chanel or Tom Ford, for instance. These are they have a very hefty price, and I would like to see videos on them, but because I don't see them on here, I thought I would make my own to make it helpful for others in deciding whether or not it's worth paying the money. At the end of the day, the price is ridiculous for a nail polish, but it just depends. It comes down to you whether or not you're willing to pay the price for the, you're paying for the brand basically. The name brand is basically what you're paying for. Good formula on both of these. This is Audace. The color is more of this dusty raspberry. I thought it was going to be more red from the pictures I saw online, but it's more dusty and definitely more raspberry than it is on the red side. Good formula. Now that I have longer nails, I would say that this would take 3 coats. When I had shorter nails, 2, and some nails maybe 3 coats. Depended. Good formulation though. The only issue I had with these was the little handle here for both of them. Just made it a little bit tricky just because the handle is very short and I have man fingers, and it becomes a little challenging when trying to hold this little guy and trying to steady my hand and stuff like that. This one though surprised me so much because although I picked it up to do a nail of the day and like a review thoughts on this polish, I was surprised. Surprisingly, I really like this one. And when I saw it, I picked one up for my mom. And when I saw the color, I guess, gosh, this is kind of pearly. And it reminds me of grandma color, you know, not to offend anybody, but you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of like a grandma color. It's this very soft pale pink and it has this pearliness to it kind of thing. And then when I put it on, I was like, this is so pretty. Very soft, very delicate. There's like the little pearly finish just adds this little extra bit of interest. It just has the right amount of warmth, and it elongated my nails. It elongated my fingers. I really like this. So this is Lively from Dior. Another polish that I have here from Dior, where the heck did it go? Because this is the manicure that I was wearing before the manicure that I'm wearing right now. This is Cosmo Palete. This I bought, I think, in the summer, or before summer, sorry. I want to say before summer. I put it on my seasonal rack for summer because there was some kind of trend with a color like this during the summer months. Put it on the rack and I didn't even wear it because I wasn't in the mood for it. This to me is not a summer thing or color for me. This is more fall winter. So I think I put it on my fall seasonal rack, and I think I did. I'm not really sure, but I didn't wear it. Point is, I didn't wear it until I was wearing this New Year's Eve. The day even for, I wore this a couple of days. And oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. This color is insanely gorgeous. If you were debating on this one or this one, although this is definitely deeper and more raspberry, this is more of a dusty rose, I would say, but you know, along the same veins basically. I like this so much better than this one. The color is beautiful. The formula is beautiful. Easy application, 2-coater. The handle is, you know, just a regular old handle. The brush is on the white side, as it is on the diorific line, by the way. And I love white brushes because I have wide nail beds. So for someone who has wide nail beds, this makes it quite a bit easier for application. This will cover my entire pinky basically, just to give you an idea. And my pinky could be somebody's index. You know what I mean? I love this. I kind of wish I would have put it on my nails before, you know, but I will enjoy the crap out of this polish during the winter time. I've already worn it twice, by the way. I wore it by itself, and then I put a little decal. Was it this one? This little decal here, which I'll talk about some of the decals that I have here, some of the things that I've recently purchased. This is a Sina Nail Creations, which I bought these at a Sally's Beauty. These are a little bit tricky to lift off of the little plastic. So you have to be extra careful because when I initially pulled it off with my nail, I broke off some ends. Luckily, it happened to be the end of it, not in the right in the middle, because they're so delicate. So if you pick these up, just be mindful of that. So I did this on all of my nails and then put a little decal just on the ring finger. And I wore it again actually previous to that manicure, actually sometime during December, I can't remember now. I wore this one on my thumb, index, and my pinky finger, and on my middle finger and my ring finger I pulled out Butter London Spit Faker. This is one that I had on my winter rack as well. This is a very dense glitter polish. I've had this for a while. There's some butter Lindas I put on my winter rack because I've had them for a while and they were untrieds for me, and I couldn't remember if this was an untried for me. And I put it on and holy hell, this is so pretty. This is almost opaque at one coat. The glitter in this is super dense. Let me show you guys because let's see. Do you see that? You can get this opaque almost at one coat, but definitely recommend a couple coats. My battery was gonna die. And I would recommend a peel off base coat for this one. This does dry textured and some of the glitters dry matte, but there are some glitters in here that pop a little bit. There's some, it's almost like a two-tone glitter in here. Some of them are a little bit softer, some of them are a little bit deeper, more on the copper side, and those are the ones that pop a little bit more, so it catches the light in the right places and it makes it a little bit more sparkly than a lot of the texture polishes do. So one that I would definitely put on all of my nails because it's so beautiful. And actually I would like to top it off to see what it looks like because I like the color of this. I think this is really pretty, and the combination was a really beautiful combo as well. A China glaze polish. This is Beauty and the Beach. I put this on because I'd seen V, your girl V, which by the way guys, she started her channel. I'm so excited for her. I'm gonna link her channel down below. Go show her some love. We've been talking about her opening up a channel and talking about polishes for a while, and she's, you know, she shared that, you know, she was thinking about doing it for a while now, and she finally did it, and I'm so excited. So go check her out. I'm gonna leave her Instagram and her YouTube linked down below for you guys to check her out. She's super sweet. So anyway, she put on, I think it was Cuckoo Cuckoo is the polish. It's from OPI. She posted it on her Instagram. It was a post that she made and I was like, dude, that's so beautiful. So it got me in the mood for a similar polish. It's not the same polish. Her polish is definitely darker. Mine is lighter, but hers is darker but bright at the same time. Like it glows off of the nails. It looks so freaking pretty. But because I don't have that polish, I pulled something, you know, along the same veining basically. This is Beauty and the Beach from China Glaze. 2 to 3 coats for full opacity on this one. Polishes like these tend to be a little bit on the thinner side, but for me I got to pick at 2 coats, and as my nails get longer I require that 3rd coat to get full opacity. This one here is a really beautiful teal, and it has this shiftiness in the bottle that I do not see on the nails though at all. And I tend to, that tends to happen to me with a lot of polishes like these where I don't see that little extra shift on the nails, but I don't really care because I love colors like these. I can wear these year round. I love them so much. I love the one from Wet n Wild. I think it was something Cabana. Oh, it's the green one that I had in my project polish. I adored the crap out of that polish. I finished it in my project polish and I'm like, oh gosh, I want another one like it. I mean, I have polishes similar to it, you know what I mean? But my point is I can never have too many of these polishes because I think they're so beautiful. So I don't even care that the little shift doesn't show up. It's kind of purpley blue, which I don't really capture, but the color is really, really beautiful. It kind of glows off of the nails without it being a neon. This is Go With the Flowy, and this is from Essie. This is one of those whites with a drop of black in them, so it grays it out a little bit. This one has this silver little shimmer in there. It actually iridescent because it shifts a little bit green, a little bit purple, a little bit pink. Not something that I see too much on my nails at all, actually. Not at all. I do see it subtle. It's very, very subtle. And from afar it looks like a straight up cream, I would say, but close up you see the little shimmers. I think the shimmers are just buried a lot within the base, so it's not something that's super noticeable, but it's noticeable enough to it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Kind of like Trendsetter, what I said with Trendsetter. It just adds a little bit of extra interest. It's not extremely noticeable, but it is noticeable. I wore this one by itself. I've also worn it. I'll pair it along with, is this I Can Only Wear? Oh my god, I forgot my Boyfriend Scales Walls because I did a manicure with my Boyfriend Scales Walls I can only wear OPI and then go with the flowy. And I did that manicure, I think I did these two on one hand and then this one and then my boyfriend's skills walls on the other hand, because I was doing a comparison video, because V actually asked or wondered, not asked, she wondered how this compared to my boyfriend's skills walls. So I'll link that comparison video up in the cards or down below, one of the two. Great formula, opaque 2 coats. And I mentioned in that comparison video that this one's formulation is better than I Cannoli and my boyfriend's skills walls, and it's because this has a little shimmer to where the other two are creams, and so those require 3 coats, and I think even my boyfriend, I think it required an extra coat. I can't remember at this point. All right, let's do one that I did actually after Christmas. This is Check Out the Old Gaiters. This is another one that I've had for a while, very similar to Turn on the Northern Lights, and it's just been sitting on my racks. I just haven't reached for it. This is a very light kind of pale blue, and it has this blue shift that is noticeable on the nails. This is a really pretty polish, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, because I think I had swatched it and I was not really impressed by it. I think I swatched it earlier this year and I was just like, whatever, you know, like I just put it back on the rack and I never really wore it. And so I put it on my seasonal rack so I could put it on as a manicure, and I really liked it. But because I was trying to make use out of my project polish, and I don't think I have that polish on within reach here now, I did a Dotacure with a Harp on It from Color Club, and then I overlapped Turn on the Northern Lights over those silver dots. So they were overlapping Dotacure basically on the nails, and it looked really, really busy because I did it on all of my nails, but I really liked it, and I got a lot of compliments in person on that manicure. It honestly made my nails look like they were fake nails or like I had some kind of decal on it. Like, you know, those, what is it called? I don't think it's a decal. It's one of those nail polish kind of sheets that you don't paint your nails, but you put it on your nails, so it makes it look like you painted your nails. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Anyways, really enjoyed that manicure. The Christmas manicure that I did, I used all Zoya polishes. These 4 right here. So what did I do? Pinky, I did Zoya Solange, which is a pixie dust, so it's a textured, and then I put on little stones like these, but they were a green stone right at the base of my nail, closer to my cuticle. On my ring finger, I did Spencer. This is a polish that I do plan on wearing on its own because I really, really like this color. It's a nude, but it's a very warm tone nude. It has a slight hint of pink in it. It's really, really pretty. So anyways, put this one on the ring finger, and I did a little tree with Merida from Zoya. I thought it would make a really cute tree just because it has the holographic. With Solange and Amal, I did the little ornaments on the tree, and I think I did Amal on one of the nails. Gosh, I can't remember now. You guys will see the manicure. But anyways, point is I use all of these individually. I really enjoy. Let's talk about a manicure that I wore before. This is going to be a very, very long video. My gosh. This is called Stay the Night from OPI. This is one of their liquid sands polishes. This one has black and kind of pink metallic glitters. This is really pretty. What you see in the bottle, you see on the nails, because the black stays matte on the nails, but then these stay that vibrant on the nails. They pop. Oh, that was really, really pretty. And I use these little guys again. This little Sina whatever. I used the little stones that came here and put them at, I think, the base of my ring finger. Really liked this one. This is a little extra gritty though. I would say even more gritty than the ones from Zoya. And because my nails are long right now, I felt like I could cut somebody right now. Like seriously. Because my nails are already long and sharp, because my nails are very thin, and I felt like I could cut somebody or just accidentally hurt one of my kids and stuff. So I wore this for about a day and a half, and then I took it off. Not because I didn't like it, but because I felt like it was just a little dangerous. It's a dangerous manicure basically. The manicure that I have on right now is a New Year's manicure. So I have a gold polish on. Let's see. Sephora by OPI. This is a brand that it's no longer made. This is called Keep Me On My Mistletoe, which is a gold metallic. This is beautiful. I did one coat of this on all of my nails, and I'm so impressed by it that I will put it on by itself as just a single manicure, because this gold metallic is beautiful. I'm not really a metallic polish kind of person. I have my certain ones that I do enjoy, but I'm very, very picky when it comes to polishes like these, and this is gorgeous. I have had it for a long time, and when I picked it up, Sephora by OPI had stopped making it. I think quite a bit of time had passed, so it's a very old polish, which is why I put it on my winter rack, because it was an untried for me. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I've had it for years and I had not tried it, which is kind of embarrassing, but I'm so glad that I did, because I really, really enjoyed it. But I did top it off with Grace from NCLA. This is a polish I previously talked about. This is a multi-toned metallic glitter, so it has some gold, some silver, and then some of the gold glitters in here, they don't shift, but they have a little hint of pink. Really, really pretty. This is one that gets opaque on its own at a couple coats. It is a very dense glitter, and it is one that you require a peel-off base coat. Look at how much glitter comes off of that. So I used this and topped it off on the Sephora polish, and because I wanted it to be more tacky, I really wanted a very metallic, chunky glitter polish. Really did. So what I did is I pulled two polishes that I own. These are the only two polishes that I have that gold and black glitter mix in it. This one right here is called bold gold. This one is called Boogie Down. This has the gold, the black bar glitter and micro black glitter. This one, the difference in this is that it has the white glitter. Both similar. This is better because I don't have to fish for the glitter. Although this looks very saturated in glitter. In the bottle you see that. It looks like it has a lot less base or it has a lot more glitter than it does base. It's a very different story when you try to shake it up and try to fish a lot of the glitters. You don't get a ton. You really have to work to get a lot. To where the one with China Glaze, the one from China Glaze, I don't have to shake it up. I don't have to swirl anything. Do you see that? Look at the difference. And it'll give me an even distribution of the glitter. To where with the Sally Hansen one, I have to put a few layers of it and try to remove as much of the base as possible. I mean, both really pretty. But anyways, I went with this one over top of my nails. And it satisfied my tacky need for the day. It's really, really pretty. I really like this manicure a lot. I think we're gonna stop this here. I will mention some of the things that I've recently bought in a haul. I'm waiting for some polishes to come in. I just placed an order for a few indie brands, one of them being 90 Lacquer. A new indie brand to me. There's a couple, I think, that are new to me. I can't remember now. I have to look at my emails. But let's end this video now, because this has become way too long, or far longer than what I expected it to be. Oh, let me mention a few oils that I have been enjoying actually before I go. And I think it's helped a lot in my nails. I don't want to jinx it because I don't want to break after this video. It always happens. It's been helping my nail growth, basically. This is the vitamin E oil. Someone on Instagram recommended for me to get a vitamin E oil, not just particularly this brand, but this is the one that I had on hand. This is the Beauty 360 Pure Vitamin E Moisturizing Oil. This is very, very thick. This brand you can find at CVS. It is extremely thick. This is something that I put on and make sure that I massage into my nails. It takes a very, very long time for it to absorb into the nail, so I do this when I'm watching TV, when I'm watching something or doing something else that doesn't require my hands, so I can continue to massage it into my nail, my cuticle, all of that stuff, and sometimes even before bedtime. Super awesome. And then I also have a much thinner formulation of a vitamin E oil. This one's from Trader Joe's. Much thinner, it absorbs into the nails and the cuticles a lot faster than something like this. This is very, very thick. very, I don't think you guys can see that, so I don't know why I'm doing that. All right, I will end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.